Hey friends, Jim here. Today we're gonna explore how we can create a personal Kanban board on Rome Research. Kanban is a project management framework that is usually used by different teams in technology companies. It gives everyone the visibility to ensure top priority projects stay on top, and it also improves a team's efficiency. If you're in the process of exploring how you can use Rome Research to create your own personal productivity system, then this video is for you. Rome has a feature to create a Kanban board easily, and it's not just great for teams, but it can also be used by an individual who manage several personal and professional projects. And this framework also helps you focus finishing existing work before starting a new one. So let's dive right in. Today, we're going to create a personal Kanban in Rome. The primary goal of a personal Kanban is to give people a system that helps them prioritize their work in a way that promotes productivity and balance. Unlike other complicated frameworks and productivity techniques, a personal Kanban has two essential rules. Number one, it makes your task list visual, and number two, it limits your work in progress. Limiting work in progress is essential for eliminating the fatigue and overwhelm that comes from having to manage too many tasks at once. A personal Kanban can help improve the productivity of anyone who's juggling multiple tasks or projects. It can be adapted to any user regardless of age, situation, and learning styles. If you feel like you have a long to-do list for your work or home life, a personal Kanban board can definitely help. Now, let's see how we can create our personal Kanban on Rome Research. It is a good practice to create a new page for a new thing that we want to try. So I'm gonna create a new page and name this personal Kanban. So we're just creating the page here. The way to do it is quite easy. You just have to check the different commands and look for a Kanban board. But before we do that, let's just write a few tasks that we want to put in our Kanban board. So this is just an example of how we can do this. For example, this is my task list for this week. So I'm just gonna write all of them. So I'm just writing a few of the tasks that I have. So it could definitely be anything. It could be about your personal life, your projects, the things that you're doing, you know. We're now gonna create our personal Kanban board. I'm just gonna open the list of different commands and gonna look for Kanban. The simplest way to do or to set up a personal Kanban is to create 3 columns. So first one, we're gonna call this the to-do, in progress, and the completed. This is how it works for a Kanban board. What we're gonna have to do is to put our different tasks to these different columns. So if we haven't done it yet, we put it on the to-do column. If it's ongoing, if we've already started the work for that particular task, we can put it in progress. And once we're done with the task, we can put it under the completed column. One way you could do it is you could type it like from the task list, and the way to put it under one column or card is to nest it under that specific item. So for this one, if I'm gonna add, say, the review Spanish phrases task, I'm gonna just write it here. And there's also another way to do it. So for example, I could right click the task and click copy block reference, and I'm just gonna paste it here. Yeah, so it will be referred to here. For example, we want to rename this task, or it's a different task, you know. It will reflect on our Kanban board. So that's another way of doing things, like copying the block reference. Yeah, that's how we do it. So let's just put the other tasks. Would be nice if we paste all our tasks under the to do first. Let's just say that we want to plan which we should do first, right? Okay, so I just copied all of my tasks and put it here. We could also begin to prioritize them. So the easiest way of prioritizing them is by adding the different tags. We could say put high, medium, or low. So for example, since this is for my graduate class, I'm gonna put this task to high. This as well, let's just say, you know, this one is low. Medium. Okay, we can rearrange them by the priority. So if you hover to the cards that you have for the tasks that you've placed in the first column, we could rearrange it. So this one, we could put it up here, it's on top, as well as this one, because, you know, we've also added it as high priority task. The good thing about Kanban is that you can decide how many tasks you want to do. So it's important for us to determine how many tasks we're comfortable working with at a time. So ideally, you'd only tackle one activity at a time. But if you have bigger tasks that will stretch over hours or days, it might be okay to have 2 or 3 tasks in progress at one time. Let's just say that we've started with these 2 high priority tasks. I'm just gonna move it here, and this one as well. I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, so as you can see below, it also moves. So we've placed these tasks, these high priority tasks, as in progress. For us to actually avoid the fatigue or overwhelm, we should set a limit on the in progress tasks. So it could be 2 to 4 tasks at a given time. It really depends on your workflow, how you work. So you have to know, you have to be self-aware how many tasks you could work on at a given time. And the good thing about the Kanban workflow is it ensures a steady stream of tasks, which increases productivity, eliminates downtime, and helps us prevent from being overwhelmed by too many things in progress at once. So we could just work on these 2 items. The idea here is to prevent fatigue and overwhelm. That's why it's a good practice to just focus on 2 or 3 tasks in progress. And once we're done with this one, we could put it on the completed column. So we could just drag it here. And that's how it usually works. Just gonna delete this. You could also look at the history of the tasks that you've done. So if we click this tag, we can see where it is. Here in our history, these are the tasks that we've done, and we can see that this task is under the completed column or card, and this one is still in progress. So once we've done a lot of things, we can see the historical data of our personal Kanban by setting up these different tags for the prioritization of tasks. Alright, let's go back to the page. That's how we can use Rome Research to create our personal Kanban to promote productivity and balance. So it's very quick, but just to recap what we did, we created a page on Rome Research and we called it as our personal Kanban. And we also familiarized ourselves with the basics of the Kanban workflow. So we have 3 cards here: to do, in progress, and completed. Depending on where the task is, if we haven't done it yet, we're just gonna put it in our to do card. And if we're doing it already, we put it in progress. And once we've completed it, we can drag it to the completed card. And this is a simpler version of a personal Kanban that you can create and start with in Rome Research. We will explore more advanced ways of implementing a personal Kanban in future videos. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any issues implementing this personal Kanban, and I'll be glad to help. If you want to see more videos on how you can use Rome Research to organize your projects or to create your personal productivity system, be sure to subscribe down below. See you on the next video. Take care.